back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Alan Wake here on Not Your Professional Walkthrough channel with me, your host, Max. So in the previous episode, we were able to reach the Lover's Peak, where we assumed that the people who called us at the police station have abducted Alice, but that turns out to maybe not be true. And now we were ambushed by all these possessed people and separated from the person who brought us in here in the first place. And so now I will have to go and find out where he went. In the distance, we see the possessed crows, which will cause a bunch of issues. And because I'm playing this on the nightmare difficulty, it also creates kind of a fun scenario, which I ran into, and that's that I can run out of ammunition quite easily. I've even lost the shotgun, which I was able to pick up, so that's most unfortunate. Doesn't seem to be anywhere in here, but there seems to be something over here, maybe. So maybe, just maybe, I will be able to find something that I can pick up. Ooh, I did not know that this is in here. I automatically just go straight forward, and I would not even assume that they can hide something in here. But I'll definitely take the flares and the batteries. So yeah, I was running out of ammunition because in the nightmare difficulty, what happens is that the enemies are much tougher to kill. So instead of, let's say, 4 rounds, you need like 5 rounds. And if you have like a bigger enemy, or if you might have something that is possessing an object, it's going to be even more trickier to defeat. So I'm going to have to use the ammo a little bit sparingly. The accuracy is not that much of an issue, surprisingly, for a rider. This guy is quite accurate, but yeah, we're going to see how this is going to turn out. So we have...
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
So, we need to find a way across. That's a little tricky, of course, because I want to make sure I will not fall. And especially I need to make sure that those stupid crows will not attack me while I'm trying to cross the river. And they're out there. But once we reach these woods, who knows what else is waiting for us in here. The game gives us the indication, at least by the fog and the wind picking up. So that's gonna change things. We already see that there's one of them in the distance. And there's a bear trap, so now I have to be careful about those as well. I have 3 flares and I have pistol ammo, so that's gonna help me out. There's another bear trap. So I don't know if it's the guy who is laying them down. Might have gone somewhere in here. It's a lot of freaking bear traps. Makes you wonder, why would he put it over there when I'm clearly trying to somehow follow the road? But as you can see, they have really increased the amount of these bear traps. Before we fell down to this location, I really did not come across bear traps. But now it's like a freaking minefield. And if you have to dodge these possessed guys and also be careful about the bear traps, well, that's gonna be a problem as well. So I'll pick up all the supplies. God knows I need them. Especially if they take so many rounds to take out. And now the question is, yeah, I think it's trying to tell me that I need to go over there. There's a manuscript page.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on. something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Those are gonna be a problem, but we need to reach that mill. It seems like there is some light. There's still a pack of ammo, but currently I am at my maximum capacity, so worst case scenario, I'll try to backtrack, but usually not advised, especially in these dangerous woods where things can change in a matter of seconds. We have reached the checkpoint. We have to watch out. Indicator is showing me that way, but prefer to follow some path. The issue is I'm kind of surrounded here. So if I can get them to all come from one side. Quite beneficial. Trying to check the 360 around me just to make sure that they are not behind, because they can spawn like that. Okay, so got lucky there. They can still appear because of this misty wind or whatever. Virtually no supplies in here. I'm really upset about the whole remaster on the Epic Store game. Or what's the platform called? I was really hoping I would be able to play the game with like better graphics, but it was just so glitchy and there were just so many graphical inconsistencies. It made it really freaking annoying. Hold on, Ellen, don't fall. I'm actually surprised that these knuckleheads are able to go down with like 2 rounds. Let's try to turn on the generator now. I'm dead. I cannot intro... Yeah. Come on. He's gonna charge. Problem is that he can take so many rounds. Thankfully, I was able to interrupt the generator startup. Okay. So now we have a safe zone. And there's some ammo. We shall desperately do need anything in here. I'm actually shocked that this generator is still operational, all things considered. Like, who would put fuel in it, you know?
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Okay, our rifle is back. And this is rifle, this is not the shotgun. So it works slightly different. There's no buckshot that disperses and can deal like more area-based damage. Rifle is more long-ranged and has like a really heavy impact. It seems like some potential plane has crashed here, God knows when. So we can go and explore. You can bet your 2 sheet that once I drop down here, things are gonna be...
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Okay, so we see that there's like a mark. It's trying to tell me to head somewhere. And right now I don't remember if it's that I'm supposed to go into the body of the plane or where exactly it is. We're gonna clear out the darkness. There's still some gunk. I have to be careful so I don't step into it. Shooting crows, I'm not really sure if it's like in Resident Evil 4 that you can get something out of it. Okay, seriously, there has to be something somewhere. Aha! There it is. Maybe torches or flares, not torches. Been playing Minecraft. No, I'm joking, but that's where torches are used. So not really that much of a loot crate, but it's definitely better than being poked in the eye with the sharp object. Okay, so let's try to continue. Okay, I don't really recall all these locations and how many enemies there are gonna be, but I can tell you right now, there's gonna be enemies. I see the generator, but rushing towards it can be tricky. Maybe if I drop a flare by it, that will give me the time to start it up. But I have to be careful because some of these tend to even turn off. Okay. It's a miracle that that thrown object did not actually hit me. That was a double dodge almost. Whoa, that was... nice. I think I heard something larger. I'm not sure. Crap. Well, I don't really control where Alan is gonna dodge into. Or into which direction, so that can have various effects. Let's turn this on. Creates a sort of safety zone. Little room to get a break from the darkness and figure out the next step. I think I'll try to save the rifle for like the bigger fellas. I have 8 rounds. This is not exactly like Max Payne, even though it's from the same studio. But I mean, honestly, I think at certain times even Doom would be jealous of all the weapons that Max Payne can carry. The flare gun would be awesome. Okay, beautiful. And I think I just got an achievement thanks to the previous place and me using the rifle. If I'll get an achievement, it has to be like really by mistake or just by me replaying the game for the 4th time? I don't know. But Alan Wake was definitely a game that made me fall in love with YouTube and the passion of other players that was able to be carried over even to me and just become that much more interested in games in general and their lore and what they can offer when it comes to the storytelling. Because you can replay one game and sure, the story is gonna end up the same way because it's set that way, but the way you get there and the actions you can choose to get you to that location, that's what makes it different from any other media. Book is always gonna be the same, movie is always gonna be the same, TV show same, video game unique. And that's why even board games can still find their role today to like boost a person's creativity or to make them have fun with other people. So yeah, but I don't know if other media can do that.
The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
So the male seems to have been possessed or visited by something dark, just due to all these weird puddles. We're gonna use this system of levees in order to get across.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Okay, I see some flares, but I really don't want to step into whatever this is. I really love the fact that there's so many supplies. It doesn't seem like much, but the flare can actually do a lot. And if you are able to even pick up a flare gun, that's a total game changer. Sometimes it can be even better than to have a rifle or a shotgun, because it can actually kill the enemies. While if you have a rifle, you still need to use the flashlight in order to first clear the darkness, and only afterwards you are going to be able... Okay, a little jump scare there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Not really overdone. Nice. Considering the fact that I'm playing this at night or at evening, and with headphones on. Yeah, sure. The darkness wears her face. Come on. Ah, shit. Okay, you see, so 2 rounds instead of full magazine and God knows what else. But I'm running out. And it seems like Alan cannot really go through that window, so has to go pick up the hunting rifle like this. Therefore, please reload. We're able to pick up quite a lot of ammo. I'm really upset about the fact that I got hit, but what can I do? And there's the manuscript page, so let's go pick it up. It's some good reading. I really am dying to see how they're gonna implement this in the sequel, or what they're gonna do with this, or how they're gonna spin it.
The wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Okay, that sounds like foreshadowing of more of the Taken showing up. Taken with Liam Neeson in Alan Wake. I know, what a crossover, huh? What a crossover. I tell you right now that wooden spule is gonna start moving downhill. Right? Or maybe they're gonna knock over those... Well, come on, Knucklehead. They kind of wasted a great opportunity for an ambush. And it's these two bigger guys. So the fact that I was able to take out one of them already, quite neat. He's kind of blocked by that tree stump, so that's awesome. And thanks to the slow rate of fire, I was actually able to make sure that Alan would land those shots successfully, so that's awesome as well. 42 rounds, nice. We're still not out of the woods yet, but we're getting close to the cabins. Lithium batteries by Energizer. Man, what a commercial for a brand. What a commercial. Okay. I'm sure that's...
Is a hazardous occupation.
Fairly normal. Worst case scenario, I'll do this, which will give my battery time to recharge. That was lucky dodge. Okay, this guy took 3 rounds. Thankfully, I had those flares. They helped a lot. I wasn't really sure if one shot from this guy's chainsaw is gonna totally kill him. Almost like in Resident Evil 4. Yeah. Pretty much. On the higher difficulty, totally. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got old Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Yeah, the birds. So we are returning back to the campsite. Basically, we made like a big-ass circle.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
Yeah, but here there can be plenty of possessed people, which is something else that we need to consider.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Ah, that's true. Let's look around. I do see another manuscript page, but when in Rome, you explore. Exploration, usually rewarded. I'm playing this for the 4th time, and I was able to find out that if I turn back at the initial point where I fall down, there's a chest with stuff. I don't think I've ever found it before. Who knows? I haven't played this game for ages. It's a really special thing for me to turn into this game. I really want to share it before the sequel is out.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Okay, is there something at the toilets? Garage key.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Okay.
You can learn about nature and your soul.
Probably overkill with the flare. But I still have 3 more. And there's driving in this game, actually. Believe it or not. Okay, I'm not really sure what's the second part of this place. But the hunting rifle at the ladies' toilet is kind of weird. Sure, let's go with weird. And why would you keep the engine going and the lights on? That's gonna kill the battery of the car. And the car has a freaking battery. How many times do I have to do this? I really hope that they have good insurance and that it covers the taken. Although that's highly questionable. Quite a lot of you fellas. And I did see the other one skulking in over there in the woods. And it was unfortunate. I'm not really sure why I'm trying to dodge an object being thrown at the car. Yeah, just keep standing there. We're gonna check the car. Because why not? Nothing. I think there's some special achievement where while you're like driving about something. I'm not really sure. But if anyone would ever consider like getting all the achievements, you will have quite a lot of stuff to do. From the collectibles to all sorts of other funky stuff. Okay, there's the yellow light. Whoa. Question is, how does the car's HP work? And double kill. And there's 2 more guys. At least. Okay, there's actually 4 of them. Holy fudge, there's a lot of you. Thankfully, the prices of the gasoline are so low since this is 2010. The inflation isn't so horrible. So that the gallon of gasoline is too damn expensive. Oh, come on. All I'm trying to do is hit this knucklehead. Not the tree. Who would have thought it's so difficult to actually ran over a guy in a truck? Please don't try it. Please don't. I really want to see. Okay. I see them. Peekaboo. You knuckleheads. At least they had like decency to stand one next to another. Oh crap. Definitely think I saw a 3rd one. Starting to wonder what's the population of this location, goddammit. You know, because that's a lot of taken people. Can you knock it off? I really want to just pick up whatever is saying that hot and be on my way. You guys are just gonna keep like spawning in? Drop it. Pick up whatever is in here. And drive off. Now I guess I'll have to go through here. Well, it's like never-ending spawn fest and these... What are these? Fields? I'm not sure. Am I supposed to step out in here? Wow, that car is really getting punished. There goes another set of the beer cans. We haven't seen those in a while. Question is, how much can I push this damn thing before it really breaks down? I think I can still push it a little bit. The truck's lights, that's kind of like false sense of hope. They might work, they will not work. Wow, that quite a throw. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, one of them had the brains to dodge. The bigger guy, of course. You had to mess it up for me. And that sucked. Let's try this again. Thank you for being a stationary target. Enjoy your stay at the park. Even like the lights are starting to not work all the time. Is there something down there? Why else would you... show off this location if not? Okay, sit over to the other side. Yeah, there was no driving in Max Payne, that's for sure. Okay, let's drive up that hill. They really don't want me to drive up that hill, huh? You could have let the lights on at least. You just know that there's gonna be something, right? Holy crap, look at how many there are. Starting to run a little low on batteries. Rifles.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of chickens. Shit. They got separated, so not the best use. Fudge. I have to regain visual. Come on, knucklehead. Quite a lot of rounds. 8 rounds to take out one of these. That's 1 flare gun ammo. The benefit is that that flare gun still works, or that flare still is slightly functional after it's being shot out. This is that busted cabin. I'm gonna see if something new is in here, or if the TV is gonna turn on again. We already checked it, so it doesn't seem so. No more guys are appearing, but yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can run out of ammo really fast if you're not careful. Thank you.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need... a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Good negotiator. Any supplies? Anything on the radio? About like 10,000 people gone missing and I don't know, in the woods. How many people are employed in here? Seriously, the Bright Falls does not seem to be that much of a massive town when you arrive, but holy fudge. That's a lot of ducks. That's a lot of chickens.
The dark presence had touched the girl to lure the rider into a trap. Now it was night, and he lay helpless, drugged, lit only by the flickering of the TV screen filled with static. Shadows coalesced in the room as the dark presence leaned close to the rider, ready to touch him again. Back to work, boy. Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
The darkness controls the something. So using a regular flare, not the best thing. But I feel like using the flare gun, kind of an overkill.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Okay, so we have 6 flare gun ammo. We're gonna battle the chickens. It's tricky to like anticipate from what angle they can come at you. And I don't want to just go and waste the flare gun ammo. Still plenty of them. Somehow they got turned around, thankfully. Unless they're gonna charge at me directly, I don't want to use the flare gun. I'm weakening the flock, but I'm not really killing it. I don't know if I need to like bait them into it. Bastards. Wrong type of flare, but it did work. I think I accidentally dropped 2 of them.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good girl.